Quickly blending another colour there. These darker tones on the right hand side coming over here. So you notice I've used considerably less black on this video, only for the sand I think. And again, the reason for that is because we want the strength of the colours now coming through. The original dark colours were fine, using more black and more contrast, but now we want to start getting those colours. And then the last, or one of the last videos, when we do those lightest tones, you're going to see we're going to be using very little black. And that's that stronger purple reflecting there. Maybe some of those reflections coming in between on the onto that. So you notice I've used a thicker brush as well because I want a bit more confidence. Sometimes thicker brushes add more confidence. So if you do an image, a swatch, for example, on an image, and it's slightly incorrect, it might go above the horizon line. Just say I did a swatch here and I went above the horizon line, it will still have some confidence to it. I can edit that later, but the confidence is key. So if a line has confidence, it dominates and it looks, well, it's one of the distinguishing differences between amateur artists and professionals, I think, is that confidence level. And just, you know, for example, that to get that confident horizon line, that lighter shade coming down, I'm just slowly drifting over there, rather than going in and really concentrating too much, trying to take a leap of faith and do something a bit more confidently. And no, it doesn't have to be exactly like the image. If it's slightly off, it doesn't matter, we can edit it later or maybe go in at a later time. Okay, so lastly I'm going to add some grey again. Let's create a slightly browny tone. And again, keep with the pink, and more white. And that's going to be the path on the left hand side. I was saying about the railings, the posts, but we'll probably do that last because that's last little details we don't really need. So this is, yeah, it's coming over here like that, thinking to that. Okay. And what I might do lastly is just add some more magenta and blue, but just lean it more to the blue side of the spectrum now. I'm going to do some of those last blue tones to contrast with those pinks. Over here, for example, they're not too dark, so don't make it too dark, but just more blue. I think that's the key. So you're balancing between the pink and the blue constantly. That's it. So, and that's quite a light tone coming down there. probably swap brush. Last detail, maybe I will do some of the post just on the left hand side in front of this darker bush here, and again that's going to be a mid-tone, so very similar to what I've already got. Make it a bit more pink, just grey it up a little bit because they are kind of desaturated tones over there. The whole point of the composition when we talk about colour and balancing, the whole reason is to direct ourselves into a focal point and using colours. Some are fighting for our attention and some are aiding the others, so some are kind of more secondary colours which fade in the background, and this is one of them. So the more grey tones, for example these sands, these down here, and some of these clouds, they're kind of complementing the stronger colours, which are going to be this tree, this shadow of the tree, the horizon line, some of these more stronger colours of the water, and then obviously it's going to be that real sharp pink on the horizon. They're going to be the real focal points of the painting. So if I were to add all those lighter tones everywhere, for example, if I made these posts really light, they would detract, and then your eye, your concentration will be everywhere. You'll be looking over here and there'll be no focal point, so it'll detract away from the images volition, I guess, direction. Alright, you can barely see it, but that's kind of ideal, because in the original image you can barely see it. There's just a sort of subtle sort of vertical lines on the side of the composition. And then we'll probably leave it there because I'm going to do some lighter tones later on. That's going to come across. Okay, so next video, some lighter tones, probably not the lightest, but again some of the lighter tones, they're going to contrast with everything a lot more. I might go in with some darker tones just to straighten out the post, the tree again, and again it's that balancing, keep going backwards and forwards, but generally we're going from dark to light to make it easier for everybody to follow.